Women have mastered the art of flirting without saying a word. And here's the kicker. If you don't pick up on it, she assumes you're not interested and moves on. Most guys think flirting is all about words, but the truth is, 80% of human communication is nonverbal. That means women are sending signals all the time, and if you don't know what to look for, you're probably missing out on some serious opportunities. But don't worry, that ends today. And as a bonus for those of you who stick around till the very end, I'm sharing one final signal that's even more powerful than all 10 combined. Once you see it, you'll never unsee it. Let's get into it. Number 1, the rapid glance, checking you out without lingering. Have you ever caught a woman glancing at you only for her to look away so fast that you weren't sure if it even happened? That's not random. That's a rapid glance, and it's one of the most common yet most misunderstood ways women flirt. When a woman subtly checks you out, she doesn't want to make it obvious. Instead of holding eye contact, she takes a quick glance, just enough to assess your presence, but not enough to make it obvious. Where most guys go wrong is when they assume that because she didn't hold the stare, she must not be interested. Big mistake. Women do this because they want to see if you'll notice them too. If she looks once and then does it again a few moments later, that's your clue. She's waiting for a reaction, maybe a glance back, a small smile, or some form of acknowledgement. Next time you catch a woman giving you a rapid glance, don't brush it off. If she does it more than once, she's signaling interest, and it's on you to make the next move. Number 2, holding eye contact, breaking it, then looking again. Eye contact is one of the most powerful forms of nonverbal communication. When a woman is interested in you, she won't just look once, she'll check again. You make eye contact. She holds it for a second, then looks away. If she looks back a few moments later, that's not an accident. That's intentional. She's testing the waters, seeing if you noticed her and waiting to see how you react. At this point, most guys look away too quickly, completely missing the second glance. But here's the truth. If she wasn't interested, she wouldn't look again. Women don't accidentally check the same guy twice. Want to test this? The next time you catch a woman looking at you, don't immediately look away. Hold her gaze for just a second longer than you normally would. If she smiles, plays with her hair, or looks back shortly after, you've got her attention. This is her way of inviting you in without saying a single word. Now, the real question is, will you notice it next time? Number 3, dilated pupils when looking at you. You might not think about it much, but your pupils reveal a lot about how you feel. When a woman is attracted to you, hers will tell you everything you need to know. When we see something or someone we like, our brain releases dopamine, which causes our pupils to dilate, expand. This happens completely unconsciously. She has zero control over it. Next time you're in a conversation with a woman, pay attention to her eyes. Are her pupils slightly larger than normal? Do they expand when she's looking at you? If so, she's not just interested. Her brain is literally lighting up in your presence. Number 4, looking at your lips when you speak. This one is a dead giveaway. When a woman's eyes move from your eyes to your lips, even for a split second, it's because she's thinking about what it would be like to kiss you. The reason for this is simple. Our eyes naturally go to the things we desire. If you notice this happening repeatedly, she's not just interested, she's waiting for you to make a move. The worst thing you can do? Call it out. Saying something like, "Are you looking at my lips?" completely kills the tension. Instead, just take note of it and use it to gauge her level of interest. Number 5, the slow blink, intensifying the moment. Have you ever locked eyes with someone and for just a second it felt like time slowed down? Some people have a natural ability to make eye contact feel deep, intense, and almost hypnotic, and women use this trick when they're interested in you. One way they do this is through the slow blink. A slow blink combined with steady eye contact elongates the moment, making it feel more intimate and connected. It's like a silent way of saying, "I see you, I'm here, and I like what I see." This isn't just normal blinking. It's deliberate and controlled, often paired with a soft smile or slightly narrowed eyes. Think about the most romantic movie scenes. The intense eye contact, the subtle blink, the lingering gaze. It's not accidental. It's designed to draw you in. Wondering how you should respond? Try these. Hold her gaze for a second longer. Don't rush to look away. Let the moment breathe. If she combines this with other flirty gestures, like a smile or leaning slightly towards you, she's inviting you to deepen the connection. If you notice a woman giving you a slow blink while locking eyes with you, she's not just listening to your words, she's feeling the moment. Number 6. A subtle playful eye roll, combined with a smirk. An eye roll? That's supposed to be bad, right? Not always. Flirting isn't just about being obvious. It's about creating a playful dynamic that's engaging and a little mischievous. A teasing eye roll followed by a smirk or a laugh is her way of saying, "Oh, please," but in a way that makes you want to keep the conversation going. How do you tell the difference? If she rolls her eyes and then disengages, she's genuinely annoyed. If she rolls her eyes but laughs, smiles, or nudges you, she's flirting. So what should you do? Don't get defensive. Play along and tease her back. Match her energy. If she's giving you a playful vibe, give it right back. Escalate the fun. A witty response or a light joke can keep the flirtation going. A playful eye roll is a fun, subtle way of keeping the energy light while making you work just a little bit for her attention. Number 7. Squinting slightly while smiling at you. Let's talk about a super subtle signal that you might not even notice, the squinting smile. Have you ever seen a woman smile at you and her eyes slightly squint as she does it? That's not just a regular smile, it's a Duchenne smile, a genuine expression of joy and attraction that's almost impossible to fake. A real smile isn't just about the mouth, it's about the eyes. Studies show that when we feel genuine happiness or excitement, our eye muscles engage in a way that creates a natural squint. It's subconscious, automatic, and a clear sign of warmth. So how do you tell if it's fake or real? A polite, forced smile, that's just social courtesy. A squinting smile, that's genuine attraction and comfort. What should you do? Acknowledge it. If she's smiling like this, it means she feels safe and engaged with you. Mirror her expression. Smiling back at her in the same way deepens the connection. A woman who smiles at you like this is someone who genuinely enjoys your presence. Number 8. Looking at you, then looking down. Quickly. Have you ever caught a woman looking at you, only for her to immediately look down the moment your eyes meet? That's not her being uninterested. That's her getting caught in the act of admiring you. When a woman is attracted to someone but feels a mix of excitement and nervousness, her first instinct is to look away. It's a subconscious way of saying, "Oops, you caught me looking." When we make eye contact with someone we like, our body reacts before we even think. That quick downward glance is a rush of shyness, excitement, and attraction, all happening at once. When that happens, do these. Don't assume she's not interested. Hold your gaze for an extra second before she looks away. See if she checks back in after a few moments. If she does, that's your green light. Most guys miss this classic signal. Don't be one of them. Number 9. Eye scanning, looking at different parts of your face. Now, let's talk about something even more intriguing. Eye scanning. Have you ever been in a conversation with a woman and noticed her gaze moving around your face? Maybe she starts by looking at your eyes, then her focus shifts to your lips, then your jawline. If this happens, she's not just looking at you, she's admiring you. Our brains are wired to focus on what we find attractive. When a woman scans your face, she's taking in the details. Think about it. When you're drawn to someone, do you only look at their eyes? You glance at their lips, their expressions, their smile. It's all part of the attraction process. What should you do? Don't rush to fill the silence. Let the moment happen. If she lingers on certain features, take it as a sign. Use this as a confidence boost. She's clearly interested. When a woman does this, it means she's curious about you, fascinated by you, and likely very interested. Number 10. The eyebrow flash, subtle but deeply instinctive. Ever notice how someone's eyebrows shoot up for just a split second the moment they see you? That's called the eyebrow flash, and it's one of the most instinctive signs of attraction. This happens completely unconsciously. When we're excited to see someone, our eyebrows briefly lift before returning to normal. It's an automatic response that signals, "I see you. I'm intrigued." If you spot this, take note. The eyebrow flash is like a micro green light inviting you to engage. Now to the bonus tip, the double take. Ever had someone look at you, look away, then immediately look back? This happens because her mind is saying, "Wait, I like what I see." She can't help but steal another glance. It's not a casual look. It's a clear, deliberate second check-in that screams interest. If you ever catch a woman doing this, know that you're definitely on her radar. At that point, it's up to you to confidently make your move. Okay, that's it. If you've made it this far, let's see who's really paying attention. Type "Eyes Don't Lie" in the comments to let us know you're part of our real community. If this video helped you, give it a like. That simple click helps YouTube show it to more people. Also, if you're new, hit that subscribe button so you never miss these insights. And finally, share this video with someone who needs to hear this. We've even handpicked another video for you. It's right on your screen now. Give it a click, and I'll see you in the next one.